Okay, y'all. They just ruled T Hood's demise a hummer to the side, y'all. And now Kirk and Rasheeda is about to lose their empire, y'all. They're about to lose everything. And the crazy part about this, they don't know which way this is going to go. Her son is facing life and the other ones too, and they're unaccomplished. We about to talk about it, y'all. From my own personal experience. I'm about to tell y'all why her son just may go to jail for the rest of his life or get some serious time, y'all. Some serious time. This autopsy report just came in and it's a doozy. Okay, y'all? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Thursday. I hope everyone have a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings. And please, y'all, watch the company that you keep because it just may save your life or keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it. Let's get to it. This is a touchy situation right now, y'all. I woke up to this and I was like, whoa. I had to come sit down and talk to my subscribers about this and hoping and praying that if anybody is in any type of relationship like that, when somebody is putting paws on you and stuff like that, I had to come talk to y'all today. I really did. And tell you how a situation can go from 0 to 100 really quick. And this is what just happened in this situation. Kelsey was being, tossed around like a rag doll. Okay? By T Hood. She got video footage of it and all. They also have video footage that's coming out right now that I've seen of Kelsey talking much shitica to T Hood and making him do things that he's doing, antagonizing him and all kind of stuff. She also would flip off on him because he would do music with other people or have other people on stage doing collabs instead of her sometimes. She would get mad about that. And she would be going off on him and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that's coming out now. People releasing videos from last year of her getting tossed around and all kind of stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that's coming up, and this is an ongoing investigation. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If you're in a situation like this, and this is the main reason why he's probably going to go to jail. Okay? Now let's talk about the autopsy report first. The autopsy report is saying, let me go into this autopsy report in this story that they just put out. Okay? It says Kirk from, and Rasheeda's daughter, boyfriend T Hood's, Howling, ruled a hummer to the side following the autopsy report. This is what is coming out right now. The family of Atlanta rapper T.I. has retained legal representation. So his family, they went and got lawyers and all kind of stuff following the release of an autopsy report that revealed he was pal multiple times before he passed. Now, let me tell y'all something about these people who are family members to these monsters, okay? These people you go visit them and they'll be all in your face and how you doing and ha. And then you can go back and tell them, your son or your grandson or your cousin or this putting paws on me, whatever. Y'all gonna work it out. I know y'all gonna work it out. You trying to tell them, would you please do something about your boy. They will ignore you. I know this for a fact. Okay, y'all? They will ignore you. And soon as some shitika goes down, they will be the ones that's out here just hoorahing away. She did this to my boy. She did that to my boy. But never mind, your boy was a monster. And a lot of these family members know this. Now, just because he got pow several times from the back doesn't mean he wasn't a monster. He was. There's also video footage of him with a girl from that show. That was on there with LL Cool J. I keep forgetting her name. But y'all remember the female that is, messed up right now, smoking her kneecaps off. And she was really, really pretty. And they showed her at a gas station and somebody was recording her and laughing at her, whatever. And putting on blast that she used to be on TV and now she is smoking her kneecaps off. And he just had the footage of a crickety crackhead, okay, y'all? And I hear she's doing better now. So, shout out to her. But that was T Hood that was recording her and trying to make a mockery of her. That was him. He didn't care for women, to be honest with you. He was very dominant. Like, he liked it to make women feel bad. And I'm going to say this. His family knew it wasn't nothing. He wasn't no good. They knew it. Okay? They milking this for what they can. And I'm going to tell you this, that he had a baby mama too. I wouldn't doubt he wasn't putting paws on her too. But everybody on his family side is now trying to milk it and act like, they took him out or they were wrong. Let's not forget, he was already papowed up right before they papowed him. Somebody else had got at him. If Rasheeda family didn't do it, somebody else would have eventually. Was going to put him out of his misery because he was out here terror to the rising people. Okay, y'all? And their daughters, to be exact. So his family coming forth and getting lawyers and this and that and this, they just trying to get some money out of Rasheeda now. They knew it wasn't no good. They knew it, y'all. And a lot of them families know when they're out here doing what they shouldn't be doing to women. A lot of the families know and they take up for them. Okay, y'all? So let's get past that part. Okay? Now, T Hood, whose real name is Tevin Hood, 33 years old, was found demised inside a home on Lee Road in Snellville on August the 9th. 4 days later, Gwinnett County Police said the case was being investigated as a possible self-defense. And a lot of people was like, and I put a video up too talking about this, saying that, with the cameras there and this and that and this and him putting paws on her. I didn't realize later that a lot of that footage that they were showing us was not even from that day. It was from other days and all of that other stuff. Okay, y'all? Now, it's a possibility that they do have some footage of everything that went down, but word on the street is they didn't even call the police and all of that stuff till hours later. So that looked like a cover up. Okay? That don't look good. When something like this happens, you call the police. You call the police. That's what they're there for. Boy, I want to get to the autopsy report really, really quick. I want to skip to that part. They're saying that he suffered 6 papow wounds to the back of his legs, the back of his his legs, upper back, the abdominal, the lower back, and one front leg. So he turned over when he fell and they still papowed him some more. In the front leg. Y'all, let me tell you something. All of these and the majority of these papow wounds were from the back, if not all. Just saying one front leg. How you going to have a self-defense when they were walking away? And I'm going to tell you this. The daughter, she jumped on the phone with his mama. And she acted as if her brothers was in the wrong. Now, I'm going to say this. The daughter might get in some trouble too. If the son wasn't at home when the situation happened, And it started up, and she called her brother. Because word on the street, he lived in the same building. This is what they saying now. He lived in the same building. If the situation started with just them two and she called her brother, y'all, she in trouble too. Because when a situation like this happens, you're supposed to call the police. That's what they're there for. Now let me tell you why he may go to prison. And the daughter might go to jail too. And, this is going to come out later because everybody's talking about this right now. Are there any police reports of all of this abuse? Are there any other police reports of this abuse? They got all these tapes that's popping out now. Happened last year before, whatever. You got all these recordings, but do you have any police reports? That's another thing. Okay, y'all? You're supposed to call the police when somebody doing you wrong. And another thing, for her to take the time and put cameras all through the house, she knew what he was doing was wrong. And it makes it look like a blackmail or something, especially with the other tapes coming out where her getting mad at him and cussing him out about him. I guess every time he's a rapper. Every time he get on the stage, she wanted to be on the stage with him. He couldn't collab with nobody else. She didn't want him on there. She would get mad at him on the stage with other people. These tapes are coming out too. And no doubt they're going to probably try to use those in court as well. If he was doing her so wrong, and she knew he was doing it wrong, because there's females out here that don't know they man doing it wrong. They think it's love when they putting their hands on them. When they're putting their hands on them, oh, he loved me. This is what a lot of females feel. But she knew he wasn't doing right by her. And the reason why I said this, because she wanted to catch him in the act. She put up cameras. She put up the cameras for a reason. She knew those cameras was there. He didn't. He didn't. When he came in and just snatched her up out the bed and just started pouncing on her, she knew those cameras was there. Who's to say she didn't call him and say some funny stuff on the phone, and then he come in, she got the camera set up so she could have some evidence on him and hold over his head. That it's a lot. I'm telling y'all, you don't know. This could go a lot of different ways. And if y'all think that the lawyers is not going to bring that up, if she thought he was doing her so wrong, why are you putting cameras around the house instead of leaving them? Why are you not calling the police when he's doing these things? You're just recording it. Why? A woman in a real situation like this, they won't out by any means. Ain't nobody got time to be setting up no cameras. I'm trying to block you up out of here. When I went through a situation like this, I was putting bars on my doors. That's what I was doing. I was calling the police saying that the first thing that I did when I found out that I had a monster on my hand, and my mama tried to warn me, Lord knows she did. She was like, he ain't no good. I said, Mama, he ain't even done nothing. Why you saying that? You just met him. But she knew, y'all. She knew. She said, he is not good. It's something about him is evil. And I didn't listen, because the only thing I was blinded by was he was so nice to me. I had a son when I met him, going out hustling and buying my son all kind of goodies, not no little stuff, expensive stuff. And we get caught up in people buying you things too, thinking that that's love too. That's not. Depending on who it's coming from. I'm just telling y'all the truth. My mama saw it. And then after I saw it for the first time and all of that, and then the second and the third, and I was like, whoa, what do I have on my hand? I got a demon on my hand. And the only thing I could think of was my mama told me. And I didn't listen. She told me. Threatening me, threatening my family. If you leave, knew everything, I knew my family lived at, knew everything. I was in a tough situation. And I went through the same, not same as her, because, oh, Lord, no. But, y'all, it was crazy. It was a crazy situation. He didn't, this one right here, he didn't care about dog walking her. I was tiny just like this, y'all. I was like 110 pounds, 98 pounds, 110. I was really, really small, like tiny, tiny, until I had my child. And then I gained like, I went up to 158 after I had my child. And I never went back down again. But I was like tiny, tiny, 110, 198, around in between that. And I was with a big guy too. He was, I wouldn't have tried to even think about raising my hand to him. But if the difference between her and me, he didn't want to put paws on me like that. He didn't want to put no bruises on me. He told me that Gimpin with a P runs in his family. And you got some good stuff. And we can make a lot of money off of you. This is what he told me. Yo. This is what he wanted. He didn't want to mess up a pretty face. He didn't want to do that. He went a different route. With his dirtiness. And it got worse and worse and worse. And I said, ain't no way. I called the police, told them everything what was going on. They came over. They said next time or whatever, I don't know how, I don't quite remember how the police did. They meet him there. He was there and they came after he got there. Or they came with him. No, I think they might have, we set up an appointment. I do believe. It's been a while, y'all. I think we set up an appointment, but I know the police was involved because I was like, y'all got to come get this monster out of here. So they came at the same time he came or whatever, and they watched him pack his things. They watched him pack his things, and all while he was packing, he'd look up at me and give me this little grin, and I knew it wasn't over. I knew it was not over just because he was packing his stuff leaving. They made him pack all his clothes. He left. But before he left, he called himself going to keep the key. I said, wait a minute, officer. He still got my keys to my house. Because it was a surprise. He didn't know. And I didn't want him to go get no copies made of the keys and all of that stuff. I still wasn't sure if he would have anyway. But I said, until I got, myself together to change the locks or whatever. Yeah, y'all. I had them, and they said, give her her keys. Gave me the keys, and he left. And they said, if you have any more problems, just call the police. I said, okay. He kept coming back. Kept coming back. And I'm in a building where you got to have a key to get in. Well, somebody got to let you in. Due to the fact he was living in the building, he seen people in the building. So when they came in, he came in. And just be sitting in the hall and all of that. Y'all just don't know the severity. The last thing on my mind was setting up a camera. I didn't want to be caught in a room with him. When you with a monster, you don't want to be in a room with them no more. When you got a loose cannon, ain't nobody got no time for setting up no cameras. I just want you up out of here. This is Rasheeda and Kirk Frost's daughter. You think she couldn't have got another apartment somewhere else that he didn't even know about? I'm just saying, y'all. She could have moved in with her brother. But instead, she's setting up cameras, y'all. So she could catch him. Was that for to be used over his head? If you do another collab with her or this and that and that, was this about control? Is Kelsey sneakier than people think she is? All of those wounds were to the back. Majority of those wounds. He was walking away and they lit him up, y'all. That's going to be hard to beat. When I had to go through that same situation, when I pulled out a weapon on the person that was coming at me, I said, please leave. I was begging him to leave. And he laughed. He laughed, y'all. And he reached for me anyway. He tried to grab the weapon. And I knew then, those same bars that I put up, I was in there with him behind those bars. And it was him or me. Up close, struggling, fell on top of me with the weapon in my hand. That's how that went down. I don't see how they're going to beat that. I had to get away from up under somebody that I had propelled. I had to get away from up under them. They fell on top of me and weighed a lot. That's self-defense. Y'all, I don't see how they're going to beat this. No way, no how. If anything, she just messed up her whole family. That's what Kelsey just did. And they're going to use what she recorded, T Hood's mama recorded, against the Kirk Frost family. And it's going to be interesting to see what the sister going to say when she get to court. Because they got you on tape, baby girl. You might be the reason or the fall of your whole family. Not only is Rasheeda and them going to have to lawyer you up for their son, Kai, but the other son too, y'all. The other son too. They're going to have to lawyer up for. They're going to probably have to lawyer up for their own self because they came and picked somebody up around the corner and the other one stayed only because he got propelled too in the leg or ankle or something, in the foot somewhere by accident. They was propelling at him so much he got hit his own self. And now the question is, did both of the guys have a weapon or just one? And did both of them was lighting them up? Because how do you hit your own self? So somebody had to be doing it too. Oh, this is huge, y'all. This is huge right now. And then Rasheeda and them pick them up and one of them around the corner. Instead of calling the police, telling them what happened, it looks like they were covering up their tracks. This is what it's starting to look like now. This is what it's starting to look like. And I feel so sorry for this light-skinned one right here. Lord have mercy. Because he already looked like he's soft up here at the top, right? He looked like he's so soft. And if he go to prison, y'all, he gonna come out a girl if he ever get out. It's gonna be heartbreaking for them to watch him in that prison. They like them light-skinned cutie pads in the jails, y'all. They like them frail like that so they can dominate them. Kirk Frost and Rasheeda family is in trouble. They're all in trouble. And I don't see this going away no time soon. They're also talking about suing them because it's the same thing that everybody else in the family been doing when they got a rapper son or whatever daughter. Somebody take them out. And that's one of their breadwinners. I don't know how much money he was making, but he was doing shows. They're going to sue Rasheeda and them for that as well. He had a kid. So, baby mama and the family about to stick together to get that money out of Rasheeda and them. All the stuff that Rasheeda and them that worked is hard for. I heard they got a restaurant now. She had a clothes store in the mall. Like, Rasheeda and them was doing it big out here. They finna take some really, really hard losses right now, y'all. They really are. And don't be surprised before this is over with If they are not broke from this, if they are not broke, this is crazy on so many levels. And all this daughter had to do was break up with him, leave him alone. Call the police on him, tell him you don't want to be with him anymore. He won't leave you alone. Don't let him in. Change the locks on your door. I don't know who apartment it was, but it seemed like it was her apartment because she was putting up all the cameras. She put all them cameras up. And then the brother right upstairs, he lived in the building too. Wherever he lived at in the building. It seemed like this was her apartment. All you had to do was not let him in, change the locks. What he gonna do? Bang on the door? Boom, 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 boom. Bang on the door. Call the police. They come pick him up. Call the police. Come pick him up. If he kept getting in the building and coming back for you. Because they will get in the building. They will catch you going in and out. Just like I was caught going out. Going to the garbage. And here he is, awaiting. So, y'all, this is about to get messy. And it looks like the monster and his family is about to win. Even though they know he wasn't no good. Because he liked it that. If she was that bad of a person, why you didn't leave her alone? Why you gotta keep putting hands on her? Why you gotta keep putting hands on her? If she's not what you want, go get you somebody that you want. That you don't have to act like you their mom and daddy, that you gotta raise them. It's crazy, y'all. And mama knows, I swear, your mama know when you got something bad on your hand. And you don't see it until it's too late. But your mother knows. So you gotta start listening sometime. They ain't gotta get but a little sign. Some of them. A good parent, they knows. And the thing that I'm wondering now, was she running back and forth telling Rasheeda what was going on? Did Rasheeda and Kirk know? Because if Rasheeda and Kirk knew, you would have thought that they would have told to call the police and get some police reports on him, lock him out the house, don't let him back in. Or was the family just fed up? But just because you fed up doesn't mean that things going to turn out right. Because look now, her brother who was trying to defend her. Y'all. He's facing life in jail. This is what they're saying. Trying to defend her. When all she had to do was leave him. So it's starting to look bad on their side right now. Especially with the other videos coming out. And she's so peed off at him because of the fact that he was doing work with other women. And there's a lot of people out here that's like that. They jealous, insecure or whatever. They don't want their man doing something on a stage with somebody. Because she raps too. So maybe she thought they was the new Ike and Tina. I don't know. She wanted to be on the stage with him anytime he did a show. And if anybody else was on that out there with him, she got mad about it. She was in a rage. She didn't seem like she was scared of him on that video footage that I saw. She didn't seem like it. And there's so much copyright stuff going on, so I don't want to put the video up. Okay, y'all? But this is just from the report that came out today. Right here. Y'all, like I told you, this is a hot mess right now, and it's looking like Rasheeda and them is about to lose their empire. They've been on top for a long time, but they're not about to stay on top right now. There's no way they're going to fight this. The only how I see this is them trying to pay, and I don't even think they can pay his family under the table now at this point. Things didn't, got to this, and the family is probably going to get big-headed if they did offer them anything. It's too late now. The police did their investigation. They didn't get what they got out of this, and they feel like they took this man out. Cold-blooded, y'all. They took this man out, and he was walking away. He might have did some damage before he left, but he was walking away. And due to the fact it was two of them showed up, they could have, broke it up, whatever, whatever. But, from my understanding, T Hood like to put paws on people, so maybe he got the upper hand on the little brother. That could be another scenario. That he tried to stop it and he started putting paws on him too. But the word on the street, he left and came back with the other brother. Half brother, whatever. This is what I'm just saying, y'all. The word on the street is. So I don't see how they gonna get through this. They gonna be like, why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you call the police? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call the police. They supposed to deal with this. Now I know this situation can get frustrating because they come out, do a police report. You can go and get a restraining order, and you can have all of that, and that person still don't care about no restraining order. They don't care about none of that stuff. When you going through some stuff like this, these people don't care about that. You see it on the news all the time. It was in the news not too long ago that a guy had got out of prison, and the lady went to the people to try to get the order protection redid or something like that because he got out. I don't know if he got out early or whatever. They told her to come back Monday or something. Before that Monday came, she was taken out. He came and took her out. He left the jail and went straight to her house and took that woman out, and she was begging for help. So these things can get frustrating. It can. And if you're scared enough, the majority of people are going to go and try to have something in a house around. I don't care if it's a hammer. They're going to have something to try to protect themselves because they know what kind of monster they're dealing with. They know. When you are dealing with this and you are really, really just petrified of this person and you just don't even want to be, you don't want to see this person coming. It got to a point, y'all. And it was bad in my situation because this person is in a street association. I'm in the street association. I'm going to the street association begging them like, y'all can't do nothing about this. I'm in the same street association as y'all. No, that's personal. We can't do anything about it. This is what they told me. I went to everybody. His family, the police, his street association. Nobody would do nothing. Nothing. The police wrote reports. They can't do nothing. They can't sit around your house all day. But that's what you do when you want out. You try everything you can to just not let this escalate. Not let it escalate. Then, this person I was dealing with had people on the outside of my house because it got to the point the police kept getting called if he show up. So he had other people in the street association, same street association, waiting outside the building. If I come in and out, follow me, talk shit, throw rocks, just petty stuff, just do little stuff to me, and and that escalate. And it got to a point where I would put on excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. I would put on a disguise to go outside just so I could just go out the building. I would have to put on a disguise. Dressed like a man. That's what I did. To go outside of my building so that I could walk past the people that he had planted around the house so that you can't just, when you're younger like that, you done signed a lease. You can't just up and move and you don't have the money. I didn't have it like that. So I had to just deal with stuff. I didn't want to go to my mom's house because he was going to bring it there. I wasn't finna bring my mom into that situation. So I just gave her my son and said, I don't want to be over here with y'all because I know he's going to come here. And I went home. And I dealt with what I had to deal with. And I didn't bring other people into the situation because I knew it was a bad situation. But to dress like a man, this is what I had to do. To go in and out of my house. Till things just, I went out of town thinking that he'll cool off if I go out of town for a little while and just, get away. I went out of town. And that very night I came back from out of town. that's when, shoulda could hit the fan. I'm like, I've been gone for a while now. He ain't just sitting around just waiting. But he was, y'all. He was. I'm thinking he don't know what day I'm coming back. So he ain't around. I'm going out to my garbage and here you go. Like the Grim Reaper or something. Y'all don't understand. When somebody is going through that, the last thing on your mind is setting up cameras. I'm just saying. Maybe on the outside, but who sets up cameras in the inside? The inside of their apartment in different angles. You got different angles of him or whatever not pow-powing you, but pouncing on you. If you got time to do that, you got time. Change the locks. You got time to go get a restraining order. This is going to be hard, y'all. This is going to be hard. And, I'm not a huge fan of Rasheeda and all of them, but I'm going to tell y'all this. I like the drive in Rasheeda and Kirk. They out here, they doing it big, opening up different businesses. That's the American dream for couples. Not Kirk, because he out here doing everybody, getting sad babies and all kind of stuff, dogging Rasheeda out. But they make money together. They keep their family together. No matter what he's out here doing, that she just let him do. But man, oh man, oh man. When I tell you this is sad, that everything that they didn't work for is about to go to the lawyers, and the person who was out here the dog walking their daughter, their money about to go to his family. And I just don't understand why Rasheeda and them didn't make her go get a restraining order or do something. Did they hold this stuff back from them? But it don't seem like it, because it seemed like the Frosters was fed up. That's what it seemed like. They had got fed up with this situation. This couldn't have been the first time that they knew about. So this whole situation is bad on so many levels, y'all. It is. It's bad. So all I can say is prayers up for Kai. I hope that I don't see him getting out this situation. I really don't. All I can say is pray for him. Pray for him. Because defending his sister then got him into some mess, y'all, that he can't get out of. And take heed to this. If you're going through anything like this, a female, do what you're supposed to do. Call the police. Let authorities handle this. Now, as far as somebody coming in on you and you got to defend yourself, you defend yourself. But get out of that situation, especially if you know it's not a good situation. Get out of it. And if you are a family member to somebody that's going through some stuff like this, encourage them to do other things. Encourage them, call the police. Encourage them, get a restraining order. Encourage them to break up officially with that person. Because if they keep on going through this and get back together, go through this, get back together, you're going to be looking like Cat Frost right now. Facing life in prison for defending your sister. This is what's going to happen. This is what is going to happen. It's a difference if she done changed the locks and he done broke into the window and he on top of her and you come in there helping him. It's a difference. You ain't got time to call the police. You're trying to pull him off of her. It's a difference. It's a struggle. It's a something. But it's this right here don't look good. It don't look good at all, y'all. So prayers up for Kai. I don't think he knew. I don't think his family was smart enough to tell him. I don't think they were smart enough to talk to Kelsey. I think Kelsey was doing stuff for other reasons. Maybe have some control over a monster. Because why else would you have these tapes? Did he know about the tapes? I'm just saying, did he know? Was she dangling something in his face? Like, I got something on you and da-da-da. You don't want to do this. But he didn't know it was those tapes. Was that going to be used for something else? Not for authorities. Because if you got tapes from last year and he's still doing the same thing to you the next year, something ain't right about this. And you go in and talk to his mama and tell his mama that your brother was in the wrong, basically. This is not good. She could send her brother to jail. This other brother could go to jail because he was there allegedly too. Her mother could be unaccomplished because they say they picked the guy up around the corner. This is not looking good right here, y'all. It's not. But anyway, prayers up for Rasheeda and them. Prayers up for their family. I don't know about that daughter, but I'm just saying. There's something wrong with her. Maybe she got some screws missing. I don't know. That could be a part of her thinking that this was a good idea to set up tapes, cameras, instead of call the police and tell them what's going on. But we don't know if she have police reports or not. But it'll all come out, y'all. But prayers up for them, y'all. Because they just got a whammy handed to them after this autopsy report. And they not about to play with them, y'all. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And if you want to support the channel, y'all know what to do. Okay, y'all? Y'all know what to do. Okay? Because we definitely need it over here. Okay? But y'all just let me know what y'all think about the situation. Do you all think that, you know, I would have set up cameras outside my door, but not in the inside because you ain't about to come in here with me. I'm just saying, y'all. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about the situation. Peace.